He is, in my opinion, someone that certainly exemplifies what time is trying to do with this award, which is to recognize the extraordinary music teachers out there that are doing extraordinary things with music education, but also in the integration of music technology into that integration. So, Richard, I'm going to give a little bit of background about you, just a little bit. Richard's a composer, musician, phenomenal teacher. He's the director of music technology at River Hill, which is in Columbia, Maryland. I actually had the pleasure this summer to go down and see he and his wife Julia, who's another phenomenal music teacher, and see their operation down there. And I have to tell you, as soon as I walked into his room, I knew that he was very serious about what he did. And I've actually got to talk to some of his students over the last couple of years as well. And then I can tell you, if you want to have glowing recommendations, a sign of a great teacher is what your students think of you. And as I ended up touring Maryland with he and his wife one day, we found one student after another, saying, hey, you know, Mr. McCready, you know, this, I'm working on that. They graduated years ago, and they're still telling him about all the incredible things that he is doing. So, besides that, being an author, being online, being a presenter, if you've seen the Richard McCready clinics here, I think that's proof enough of his abilities here. And I am just thrilled to present this award, my time, to him for the 2013 Time Teacher of the Year. He deserves it. He is so humble, but he is an incredible asset to music education throughout the United States and certainly throughout the world. So, Richard McCready, I'd like to get to come up right now and present this award to you.
Show us your
That is the coolest thing ever. It even has my name on it. That's what I get. It's a wonderful award, and I'm just so grateful to everyone here for just all the support that you give to the students and to us educators, which is what time is all about. You know, we have a hero in my hometown. He's called Cal Ripken. He's won so many awards and will continue to win many awards. And he always says that the awards that mean the most are the ones from the players, because they know the daily grind of what it does, what it takes to do what Cal Ripken does. That is why this is the coolest thing ever, because it comes from you who understand the daily grind of using technology in music education every day and finding ways to get music technology in. It's amazing what you all do. You are the trailblazers. You are the guys at the forefront of this. That's why I joined Time. I joined Time because I wanted to be with the trailblazers. I saw you guys ahead of the path and I wanted to be part of that. I still remember the day I joined Time. I was taken on an all-expenses-paid trip to Philadelphia with Robin Hodgson. Robin Hodgson's idea of an all-expenses-paid trip is you squeeze into the passenger side of his little car and you listen to 20th century choral music on the CD player and you eat at Waffle House. No company will ever go bankrupt on Robin Hodgson's hospitality account. But when we got to Philadelphia, the reason we went, okay, is I got introduced to Tom Rudolph. That man is my eldest president. What he has done for getting technology into music education is amazing. And I was absolutely in awe of Tom Rudolph. I met Sandy McLeod. Sandy McLeod taught an entire state to compose. An entire state. Sandy McLeod is amazing. I was just amazed that day. And I also met a young lady who everybody was fawning over because she had just won Time Teacher of the Year, Miss Amy Burns. And I sat down with Amy for 3 hours that afternoon, and we traded lesson plans. And every creative thing I threw at her, she threw back something back. It was amazing. And there was a brain just like mine. And I thought, and there's an organization that gave you an award for this? This is the coolest thing ever. And that's what I did when I went home that night. I went on the Time website, I joined Time, and I also checked off Waffle House as things I never need to do in my life. I have so many things. Jay, Floyd, and all the other members of Time, thank you for this. Thank you to Jim Frankel, who got the word out about my website. Jim Frankel came down to River Hill 5 or 6 years ago. And he actually sat down with my kids and he listened to their songs. And he talked to them. I was standing behind him doing the Katie, tweeting, "Oh my God, it's Jim Frankel." Tweet, tweet, Jim Frankel actually came to my lab and it was great. And he started to promote Use Tech Alley at conferences. Thank you, because you got traffic to my website. It was wonderful. Thank you to Joe for nominating me. Your friendship and your support has meant a lot to me. I will talk to Joe for a couple of hours on the phone sometimes. I call him crazy ideas, and the idea is he's supposed to talk me down off the ledge, but he doesn't. He just said, "That's so awesome." I said, "How about, Joe, we go to Texas and we do like a session on improvising using iPads?" Hoping he will say, "No, go for something a little more traditional." He said, "Yeah, we'll do that." This guy is amazing to work with. Thank you, Joe, for that. Thank you to my beautiful wife, Julie, for supporting all the hours I spend in my studio, designing and coming up with ideas for what I want to teach, and letting me do that. Your support has meant the world to me, to be able to do that and to be able to give what I can to the kids. Thank you all for being the trailblazers. What you do, I am in awe of the things that you do. And this is wonderful. I just completed teaching an adult ed GarageBand course. And we went out afterwards, and one of the adults said to me afterwards, he said, "Is this award the highest honor you can get in music technology?" I said, "No. It's close. But let me tell you what the highest honor you can get in music technology is. When the kid says to you, 'Mr. McCready, will you listen to my song?' Because that kid is saying to me when he says that, I know what it means to go through this process to create that. And so when you listen to those kids' songs, you understand where they came from and where that's going. And when we continue to do that, we will continue to advance music education. Thank you for listening to my song.